The hope of many young musicians is to become a soloist. They want to stand in front of an orchestra and play the Sibelius violin concerto or a Franz Liszt piano concerto. This dream is really difficult to achieve. In China alone, there are more than 60 million young musicians who want to become a soloist. And only 60 of them will become world famous. That is 1 out of 1 million. You have to be the top of the top. And there's a very thin line between success and failure. Even with this intense competition, musicians have the desire, like all of us, to connect with one another. Technology has played an important role in making these connections possible. 3 musical prodigies are using new technologies in ways that could revolutionize the way musicians connect around the world. And this is their story.
La prima volta che ho sentito Clarissa è stato 2 anni e mezzo fa. Stava provando da sola, col violino, un concerto di Beethoven, da sola. Ed era una bambina, aveva appena compiuto 13 anni e devo dire che sono rimasto impressionato per la qualità del musicista, per la tecnica prodigiosa, per la pulizia, per l'estremo rigore. Era tutto professionalmente al top, per cui noi abbiamo un talento straordinario che dobbiamo salvaguardare il più possibile perché è una bambina prodigio.
In the media and stuff, a lot of people say prodigy just to mean because they think I'm good, the 15-year-old prodigy. So like if someone has talent, if someone is good at what they do, they say prodigy. Personally, I don't think that's fair, really, because people don't really get what is behind that 1 hour that you're on stage. They don't get that to be on that stage, I had to practice for 10 years, and I had to practice those pieces, and I had to get calluses on my hands, everything hurt, and I've gone to bed dreaming about that piece and not being able to sleep because the notes are still going, and I still have to practice, and I still have to practice, and I don't want the idea to come across, the fact that everything is easy for me, you know? I think it's important that people get that when we get on stage, even if we play for 30 minutes, even if we just play a piece of 10 minutes, it's still ours that's behind that performance. I was 5 years old when I started playing. I started like everyone starts, so like I learned how to hold the bow. I learned how to put my left hand in position on the board. You know, once I started loving the violin, I actually started going to a lot of concerts of violinists, and I also started like listening to a lot of CDs, and it was more of just like a pastime for me at the beginning. But then every time I heard another violinist play, a good violinist play, I would be like, you know, I want to be like that, and I'll do anything it takes to do that. And then when I was 9, I was invited to play at the mayor inauguration in Chicago, and it was like just overflowing with people, just packed like completely, and all this TV, and the vice president was there, Joe Biden was there. I was like, whoa, you know, and my mom actually, she was really worried. My dad too. She was really worried because she's 9 years old, you know, we cannot put her up on a stage in front of thousands of people. And I was freaking out. I really was. And then I got on the stage, I saw those people, and I just smiled. I was so happy. And so then I played really well, and I couldn't stop smiling, and then they gave me a standing ovation. And I went backstage, I hugged my mom. She looked at me, she's like, you did so well. I'm like, Mom, I want to be on the stage for the rest of my life. Just then, I realized how much the adrenaline, the thrill of the stage was just my life. You know, it's just something I love and I will always love.
Young musicians are usually more confident than when you know what all can happen when you have this experience. When you're 15, you think, I can conquer the world. When you're 25, you know you can't. Something always goes wrong. Well, with Rada, I talked with her and I found her story really interesting. Knowing that music is the dream of her life and she now has the chance to make this dream come true. That's one of the great qualities of Rada, that she's always singing on a piano. You can hear that she hears the melody in her heart and she plays the melody like a song and still plays the accompaniment to it. This was a thing which caught me emotionally.
Music for me is an alternative world. My favorite part is repeating and repeating and repeating the same parts, and then you kind of lose yourself in this circle and you don't realize that you're repeating anymore. It's like meditation, it's like praying, it's like... I think that's my religion, and that's what makes me calm down, and that's my outlet. I'm a Syrian pianist. I'm 27 years old. I started playing piano and I had a very small family concert, you know, at home when I was 5. That was my first public performance. Yeah, so that's how I started. After finishing high school, I auditioned to attend the conservatory in Damascus, and I got accepted when I was 18. Well, life in Damascus was pretty normal before this chaos happened. I was a student at the conservatory, and I was noticing the change. People were getting arrested. During this time, I got in some dangerous situations where I thought I'm not gonna survive. And after that, I thought, why am I doing this? Like, why did I forget about my personal life? So I decided, a week later, I decided to leave and just play the piano and go wherever the piano takes me. The plan for me was to book a flight to Lebanon with a layout in Frankfurt, and I knew that I would try to seek asylum at the airport. I lived in 7 refugee camps before I came to Weimar. At the end, the really strong feeling was that I felt I'm not a human being anymore. I'm just a number for them. I try not to think about it. And I'm really anxious about like how am I going to be independent again with this new language and new society and everything. It's kind of scary. And maybe that's why I'm kind of holding back and not stepping forward. But one of my goals now is to find a piano teacher. And I find that very essential in music. I always had piano in my life. I never doubted that. Piano was, always kept in a safe place in my life. So it's so magical for me. So it's so beautiful. So why would I give that up?